Remember at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that we had someone coming in for a makeover. We want to kind of give you a little view of what's been going on. There she is. Tracy's getting all dialed up there. And I will be able to reveal the final product at the end. Not that she's a product, but the final results toward the end of the show. All right, so we're around the holidays. It's actually over the holidays. What if you've been overly generous, you've spent too much money? How do you handle your debt? How do you start your new year with a budget? We've got Ken Butsey back again to help us, as always. Budgeting 101. Yes. So you're going to give us some tips on how to recoup what we've done over the holidays.
Happy New Year. Congratulations on the new time slot.
Thank you. We're excited.
Right. One of the things that I think ends up happening is I like to go by what I call a 30-40-30 rule.
Okay.
30% of whatever you're making is lost before you even get it. Taxes, deductions from your paycheck at work. But it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, deductions that you have at work, whether they're parking garage expenses, healthcare expenses, you know, the things that are just taken out of your check before you even see it. Now you have 70% left over. What I would like people to generally do, and these are very general rules,
okay,
is to have no more than 40% of the total obligated to fixed expenses. Okay.
So this is like your mortgage, your car payment, the utilities, that kind of thing?
All those things.
Okay.
Car insurance, I think a lot of times other insurance, life and disability insurance, cell phone bills, utilities, all that stuff. If you can keep that in at 40%, I think that's doing pretty good.
What if you can't? I mean, there are people out there going, wait a minute, we got a lot of bills.
Well, I mean, let's just put it into numbers. You have $100,000 you're making, okay? So that means that only $40,000 is left for these fixed expenses, which if you break that down is about $3,300 a month.
Okay.
And people are sitting there right now thinking, oh my goodness, my house payment alone is $1,900 a month, and I haven't even talked about the car payment. And so one of the things that I think, especially at the beginning of the year, you need to take a look back and say, are the fixed expenses out of line? The other thing that I'd like to do, and on a more positive note, so that you don't get into trouble, is add things into the fixed column that aren't there now. And gifting is one of those. Christmas, the holidays, it's very stressful. It's November, December. You're trying to find out ways to come up with the money. So what I'd rather do is in January shift what you plan to spend for the holidays into a fixed part of the account and say,
so smart.
Every month we're putting $100 away for Christmas or $150, and do it. Keep it there, you know, so that way you're paying cash for things.
Do you recommend that maybe, this is just my idea, that you have an envelope and you stick the cash in it every month?
I think that's a fantastic idea.
Because when it goes into that big account, it just kind of goes away.
Just somewhere where you can be disciplined that you're not going to rate it. Whatever that mechanism. Now, me personally, I'd rather it be in like a savings kind of an account, but if it's an envelope, so be it. But
yeah, as long as it's in there.
As long as it's there.
So what's the last 30? What's that for?
Well, those are the variable things. Those are the things that you can do without. Things like, okay, do we really need to buy this now? Or we're in the store together. If I take my girls to the store with me, it all of a sudden costs me $25 more.
Oh,
you know, Dad, can we have this? Dad, can we have that?
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even Dad, can we? It's we're getting this, you know.
Right.
And so you know, between marketing and the internet and every store you go into, the gas station, you can't go in the gas station anymore without a TV camera saying, come in and buy.
No, I know.
This.
I know.
And I think people's variable expenses are way more out of whack than what we actually realize.
Okay.
And
all right. So 30, 40, 30.
I think that's a good rule of thumb.
You always come in with some kind of number. It's 30, 40, 30.
I'm a numbers guy.
5, 10. Yeah. So thank you so much. You know, Ken always has great information. So if you'd like to get a hold of him, you can do that by calling him at 216-751-4229 or going to his website at integrityfirstplanners.com. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
And to you.
Stay tuned because the Romance Review is next.
Next, her transformation is complete. We'll reveal her new look for the new year. Then, she wants a week away, but he thinks that's too much time. Coach Kathy's advice on how to make good on getaways could help you win one of your own.